Day 6. As I increase my allowance more, I am going to start making wishes. Actually, we'll just start with that. We got the extra movement. Let's just make a wish. Make a wish. I have no idea what that does. Functionally, I have no idea what making a wish actually accomplishes. But we'll find out. Oh, let's make a spare room. Just get us across. Anything special? Nope. The nook, the guest bedroom. So we'll make the parlor. We're still early enough in. The gems are not in the white box. The gems are not in this box. The gems are in this box. Oh no. Well, if this is telling the truth, this is telling the truth, which means I think the black box is correct. So let's take this key and pop it into the black box, and if I'm wrong, I'm going to be upset. Well, crap. That was very unfortunate. We'll make the den, so at least we get a gem anyway. Oh, we'll start going last a little bit. Security, view inventory of all items currently in the house. Okay, pantry. Yeah, let's do security. We haven't been back in the security in a while. Let's see, what have we got? View estate inventory. 0 gems, 0 keys, 0 coins. Okay, so as things generate, we can investigate them there. Ooh, we could go ahead and make the dark room or the nursery. No, we don't have a gem. We can't make the nursery. Okay, so we'll make the dark room. And then the dark room goes dark. And before we go that way, we can actually see what we're making here. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required. Well, we know that's a lie. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in higher ranks of the estate, likewise as a redundant... Okay, yep. Right. This is where we do want to mess with things. Keycard system. Keycard system settings. Change offline mode to unlocked. Confirm setting. Set security to low. Confirm setting. Back. Exit. Okay. So that way, if we run into keycard doors, they don't just ruin us. That's a new room. We have not gotten the archives before. While drafting, you will no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans. Oh, that's awful. What is in the archives? Because I feel like that was not just a this room suggestion. Marigold wins Herald literally. Oh, literary. Okay. Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. Popular children's writer Marion Marigold adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book, Swimbird, had been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning this prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, for her debut effort. She was no stranger to the public eye even before her literary success. The niece and closest living relation to Baron H.S. Hubert S. Sinclair, Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. Okay, so that was 1985, August 22nd. January 27th, 1986. Swinburne author never considered herself a success. Oh, this feels sad. By Gail Hermes, Herald staff writer. She confided, "My son was the only one that actually got me to start writing." Wait, I think that's me. I think I am the son. I had always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime, and so as we ran out of books we owned, my imagination had to take over from there. Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, oh, that's so sweet. Red Prince is based on her son and his infixable love of the color red, a statement that has been held with much skepticism by many pundits that viewed that book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party in their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. How many? Okay, so there's not too much in here. November 11th, 1986. Publisher and author detained by Red Guard question? Whoa! Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were 2 of 3 dozen names that appeared on a leaked dossier naming them of a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed people last Tuesday. Oh my god. RLCF is going to be important. Okay. Although no group has come forth to officially take the responsibility of the attack, it is widely believed by authorities to be the work of insurgent group RLCF. Okay. RLCF, who also call themselves the Children of Blackwater, continued on page 12. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in the statement released on Friday, maintaining that popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped. Marigold drops publisher. Local author and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split with her longtime publishing partner, Ruffington Press, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold has past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. I don't have the magnifying glass. No! Marigold is the third prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week. Manning and White at a press function. This week, Manning and White at a press function was seen at the corner, suspicious bag under the wave down a local man. This is the third major something last year. It is anticipated something charged by the Crown. Manning was the last something. Trial begins Tuesday, expected to last up to something with grand treason. Oh my lord, there's something in this photo. No trace is discovered of Cinca heiress, but search continues. Murray Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under the pen name Marion Marigold, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday, getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Mrs. Jones never arrived home, and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned, but have not deemed the case foul play. It's an out-of-character incident at this point, and we are seeking information. See, this is why I'm not sure if this game is a horror game or not. Priceless jewel, September 2nd, priceless jewels stolen in dramatic Royal Museum heist. Are these the jewels that we're using? Oh no. Oh no. Thieves in the royal capital of Fen Ares have broken into one of the Crown's fabled closed exhibits. Could it be a thriller? I do not know. And that is one of the most concerning parts about this. There are some things I'm finding in here that I'm like, this is creepy. But nothing terrible has happened yet to me. The first time when we went into the security room yesterday, there was a very creepy cutscene, and that has remained in my head. But, man. Anyway, Crown's fabled closed exhibits. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of the aristocracy and high peerage, and access has never been granted to those outside noble circles. At least not until today, as local police and forensic experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds dredging for clues. The museum's authorities said they were alerted in the middle of the night by reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. The intruder broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia arrived on scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although an official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasure artifacts rumored to be stolen is a renowned ruby crown of Orinda Ares, the priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to the historic value. If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest that the theft was politically motivated. I am thinking our granduncle was a thief. I'm absolutely thinking that our granduncle was a thief. I am absolutely thinking that the jewels that we're finding... That's a beautiful lock. I am absolutely under the belief that the jewels we are finding are, in fact, the jewels that were stolen. Archived floor plan. Huh. Okay, this is the furnace. You are more likely to draw red rooms. This is not a good thing for me to draw right now. I should have just taken the ones I could see. Oh man, let's at least get vision on this room. Mage chambers, less likely to find. Aquarium. Aquarium is... I can't make this. Okay, so we'll make the archived floor. Oh, the chapel. Well, I don't have any coins. That leads into the dark room. So we will continue our journey west. Lose half your movement. Absolutely not. Order placed. For what? A package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. Okay. Sam P. Jones, Mount Holly Estate, Fen Ares. Okay, Dad. Okay, this is clearly, hey buddy. Hey buddy, how's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. What year is this? It doesn't tell me. That circled stuff is going to be important. And I bet you there's something in that stamp. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the tent. I wanted to try to post this letter before we depart tomorrow so that it has a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate, but with all the preparations, I'm not sure that I'm going to find the time. There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring you a pillowcase. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversations just how much happiness this final project has brought him. So do both of us a favor, be excited. The house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that will actually be useful to you, despite my best intentions. I'm sure that on Friday, I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliche expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator, Dad. Aw. P.S. Get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time each day playing Dridgery blocks. That is the arcade game that is going to get added in a later patch. There's absolutely something in that stamp. What's this? Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Ravane to senders as he no longer is employed with our staff. Oh, there's something crossed out down there. See it, chat? That bottom right-hand corner in the art? There's a thing I could see with the magnifying glass. Utility room fuse box, something indicator settings. More detailed instructions will be sent by electronic mail to the address client has provided. Press any button above to activate blue. Press a blue indicator next to a red indicator to activate purple. 5 purple indicators are needed to activate the 6th. Okay, so the middle left one is blue, and the middle right is red. And we need to slowly turn them all blue. Okay. And there's something hidden in that. If I find a... Okay, we'll start going west before we continue going north. We've seen everything in the dark room. That is what unlocked the orchard. Gotta go with this. Oh, coat check. That's not what we wanted. Check item. I don't have any items to check. Okay. Coat check. Is there anything in here that's a crowbar? No. Okay. So we want to go back to the archives. And let's see if we can continue going north. Gymnasium, loose tube movement, but allows us to keep building. It was also my first time in the gymnasium. A spare set of car keys. Okay, this is for the garage. We will likely go check those items before the end. What's in this door?